Okay, so where were we? New moons form the template for the entire lunar cycle. So understanding the energies of the moment of the new moon will give you a leg up in creating a successful month. All right. I don't know how, but my mute was turned on. I didn't do that. So, anyways, I'm glad that we can all hear me now. And very good. So we'll see. How I'll do this for when this becomes a video. But anyways, all right. So you guys can hear me now. That's the main thing. So where are we? So hello. Yay, we can all hear. Hi, Carla, Tammy, Bobby, Joe, Angela, Suzette, and Kathy, and Michael, and Brooke, Millie, and Doreen of Children's School of Yoga, and Horses, and Millie again, and Bobby Joe, and hi, New Wave 27. Welcome. Hi, Angela. Hi, gosh, I can't even read this. Okay. Oh my God, we got a pretty active comment stream already. All right. Hi, MSJ. Blessings to you too. All right. All right. So let's dive on into this. So I start out a little bit with the astrology and numerology, the 5 things that we need to know about this powerful new moon. And I have an exercise that's interesting that I think you guys will enjoy, and some divination cards, and that's basically that. So, firstly, the new moon. It's happening in just a few hours. Actually, it's 4:27 a.m. here on the East Coast. So it's tomorrow, but if you happen to be in Hawaii and points west to the international date line, it's actually today. But for a lot of for the rest of the world, it's on the 13th. It's in Scorpio. It's in 20 degrees of the sign Scorpio, which is very relevant because 20 degrees is lunar ruled in numerology, reduces to 2. So that just intensifies the effects, with the numerology. Now, there's a couple of other good things that go on. Pluto, because that's the rulership of the sign Scorpio. So Pluto plays a major role. So see what Pluto's doing in your chart. That'll give you an idea. It's also a 22 universal day. So that's a master number that reduces to 4. So Uranus is also very powerful on this new moon. As well as, like I said, Pluto. So anyway, there's a few aspects also. And so that's saying that we are on fire today. Yeah, we are. So, firstly, the sun and the moon. A new moon is a sun-moon conjunction. It's going to be in opposition to Uranus. Now, remember, it's a 22 universal day, so Uranus has a lot of power. So Uranus can help to clear, like this opposition can help to clear stuck energy, and it creates major shifts in your life and in the collective. So this is really breaking free time, actually. And the moon, the conjunction, what did I write? Oh, moon. Well, I think the moon and Mars are conjuncting with the sun, right? I don't know if I wrote that down, but that adds energy and drive to everything. I know that Mars is in Scorpio, so it's definitely playing. Oh, and I wrote that down. Mars in Scorpio supports action, transformation. So that's a little bit of the background. Yeah, very powerful stuff for sure. So I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's all about breaking free this month. So here's the 5 things to really know and understand about this. Number 1 is shadow work. Now, for a couple of reasons, Pluto's the underworld, it's Scorpio, so that's about the shadows and the subconscious. Moves is at 20 degrees of Scorpio. That degree point of Scorpio is the alchemist. I mean, it may not be the Sabian symbol. I don't know astrology to that depth, but just that combination of 20 degrees. 20 is the judgment in Chaldean numerology, and it's also number 20 is is the judgment. The judgment card in the tarot and the major arcana. So judgment is about awakening. It's about renewal, but it can be about initiation and trial by fire and things of that day. And what are you saying, Bobby? Maybe one day you could do a live stream walking in nature for us. That'd be an interesting idea. I have to figure out how to do live streams on my iPhone, but other than that, that's an interesting idea. So anyway, back to number one, shadow work. So Pluto, Scorpio rules the underworld. Shadow integration work gets a big boost under this energy. Huge opportunity to end negative patterns from this and other lifetimes. Now, on my Patreon group, sorry that my nose is constantly itching. On my Patreon group, Spirit Mind Family, it's actually Shadow Integration Month and Subconscious Reprogramming Month. So we dive deeper into shadow work and stuff like that. For those that don't know, Patreon is a private platform, and so I can go a little bit deeper into things than I can here. Basically, there's no censorship and stuff like that. So in any event, so that's an invitation to check it out and join. So anyhow, moving right along here. So that's basically that. So let me just see if anything else comes to mind as I'm talking about it. Yes, about chat. Or yeah, they're just basically saying, oh, okay, reminding me that a video's coming out on Thursday that I just filmed today about 3 additional shadow integration exercises that I've developed and work with. I'll also pin the comment with the longer video that I did a couple of years ago with 5 shadow work exercises for you guys. Good time to dig into that. So that's point number one. That's the first thing to know about this new moon. At the risk of being a little bit repetitive, it's really supporting shadow work. The shadows are those things that are hidden in our subconscious that that when they're unchecked, they basically can run the show, and basically it's about the suppressed traumas, the fear, suppressed programming, all that stuff. So they can create unhealthy patterns in our lives that create unfavorable results in our lives, and our shadow aspects can develop very early in life and even in past lives, and so we have to learn how to clear it, but clearing, we embrace the shadows because it's part of who we are, and we shine the light of awareness into the subconscious, and that is how we integrate the shadows back into the light, back into the totality of our being. So that's number one. Number two, which kind of in a way sort of piggybacks on point number one, and that is it's deep transformational healing. And what did I write in small print? Okay. So deep transformational healing. So this is a very healing new moon energy. And again, this carries into the entire 29-day cycle. This moon invokes what I'm calling the serpent's eye. And there's a little process that I'm going to share with you at the end of the video about how to work with that. It's very powerful divine energy. This energy of this new moon, especially, if you're able to get present, meditate, and invite these energies in, this can help heal disease from the core, from the very core of our being. So what's ever at the heart of what's wrong in our lives, whether it's physical illness or emotional or psychological challenges or unhealthy patterns or anything of that nature, this new moon, you have the power to shine that light of awareness and dislodge, or I should say integrate these shadows and heal things, and maybe from other lifetimes. And it can also help to heal the collective. And beautiful guitar saying that we can, I feel it already. Yes, that's definitely happening as well. So that's number two. The third point is initiation. So this is a time of spiritual initiation. What is initiation? It's a death rebirth process. We're in the sign Scorpio, the sign of death, the sign of regeneration. So that's why deep transformational healing, and that's aided and embedded by the aspects in numerology. So that makes this Scorpio new moon even more powerful than in most other years. And again, it's that 20 degrees, that judgment, that's the great awakener, the awakening. So you'll be called to let go of things, by the way. And the other thing they're saying also, going back to point two, is make sure you get a lot of rest. We're going to need our sleep. It doesn't have to be quantity, but quality of sleep, if that's possible. I mean, I know a lot of people have a hard time sleeping with the energy, with the frequency so powerful that's affecting us, and a lot of change in the world and a lot on our minds. So we really also have to double down on our meditation, our presence work, are clearing, inhaling love and light, circulating that in the heart, around the body, exhaling, releasing stuck energy, other people's energies, fears, all that kind of stuff. So that's basically it. It's the phoenix energy, Scorpio and the Scorpio moon. It's the phoenix rising out of its own ashes. So that's really a big part of this energy and part of this initiation process that we'll be going through individually, those that are ready, and on a collective level also. A lot of times when we go through an initiation process, it's coming to a new level of frequency or vibration. Sometimes we leave old habits behind. We leave old patterns behind. Sometimes friends and family members that no longer support the energies that we're moving into wind up getting left behind, which can be sad and it can be hard. But guess what? New ones that are matched your new frequency will step in and replace them. So it's all a process. It's all a cycle, basically. Hi, Laura, and anybody else that jumped in the last moment. So that's point number 3, initiation. So, I wrote a whole little dissertation about that. Scorpio is death and rebirth. This is the powerful energy to quantum leap to your next spiritual level. More extraterrestrial contacts. Yay! I love the ETs. New guides. That's part of collective consciousness. You may start to channel. We have people. In fact, Mr. Floyd's not in, but he started to find his ability to channel very recently. That's going to be happening with a lot of us during this lunar cycle. And then, of course, with that, the kind of sister art to that is mediumship and connecting through blending. Like channeling is kind of allowing the energies to work through you. The way I do mediumship, I blend with the spirits, and then they're able to communicate that way. It's kind of the same thing, only different. So anyway, so there we go. So that's number 3. Going to number 4, new psychic gifts open up, like abilities to channel, abilities to do mediumship. So you see these points kind of run into each other a little bit. Mediumship especially favored. Why? Well, mediumship can be communicating with spirits on all levels, but most people think of mediums as people that communicate with the dead. Basically, we're in the sign Scorpio. We're in 20 degrees, the initiation point of the sign Scorpio, the transition point of that sign, which is very, 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 very powerful energy. So hence we're going to be more connected. I mean, that's already started. We're still kind of in the Samhain season, where the veils are thinner between the worlds. That's kind of started already, but in any event, mediumship is definitely favored. Also, prophecy, getting information about the future and the past. Also, picking up past things can be a form of prophecy. Also, but all psychic abilities, all spiritual abilities can open up under these energies, especially if you're consciously working towards that to make that happen. Basically, and then the number 5 is new beginnings. Like all other new moons, it's a new cycle beginning. Set your intentions. Now, find out what house your moon is in. Like my moon is right on my 11th house cusp. It's affecting, this new moon is going to affect my 10th and 11th house. 10th would be career. That whatever house that new moon is, expect there to be like a death of something, but a rebirth to a higher vibration in that area. So for me, it's my career, but it's also my group affiliations, my associations, because that's the 11th house, my friendships, my family of the heart, and also the evolution and revolution. That's all 11th house energy. So find out where that is, and you'll have a a good idea of where your new beginnings are coming this month. And then again, if you know what it is, then you can do work to support it and enhance its effects in a positive way. So do law of attraction work or intention candles. The first 72 hours of the new moon is the best time to really start on some new work in that area, or you can continue what you were doing last month. All is good there. So let me talk about a couple of exercises. Yeah, we're not going to be a huge long live stream today for a change. I mean, 18 minutes in, half hour should do it. Excuse me once again. Um, so the serpent's eye, this just kind of came to me today, and I've done similar things like that. And this is how you do it. And now, if you're afraid of snakes, sorry about that. But it may be something, that you need to work through, basically. Snakes, serpents, amongst other things, represent the most powerful aspects of the divine feminine. Snakes shed their skin. Snakes transmute poison into medicine. So even though when we think of the sign Scorpio, we think of the scorpion, serpents are also part of the totem of the sign of Scorpio. So this is what we do. We meditate, we get very relaxed, and we call in the serpent, the serpent spirit, the energy of the serpent with one eye. So this is a serpent with one eye that we're calling in. Now, if anybody's kind of has a little bit of a dirty mind, and you're starting to think of like sexual references with that, well, that's not that far off, because Scorpio is also about sexuality. That is a part of regeneration also. So that plays into it, and a lot of us have those types of issues, intimacy issues. That's part of the shadows that we carry. So people that have had any level of sexual dysfunction or intimacy issues, all the more reason to work on or work with this energy. And so you call on the one-eyed serpent. I know. And you let it enter your body. So you let the serpent enter your body, basically. And what this serpent's going to do is going to transmute all poisons into medicine, sickness into health, dis-ease into well-being. That's its job. Transmute poison into medicine. It's alchemy. It's spiritual alchemy. This is a really, really powerful thing to do this month. So I just wanted to mention that. Also with all shadow work. And the other things is do your heart brain coherence as always, do your presence work, get out into nature, do a lot of breathing exercises, and work with water. We're in a very powerful water energy. Mars is in Scorpio, so Mars adds energy, passion, and fuel to this new moon energy, which carries through, again, the 29 and a half day cycle, or however long it is. It starts to get this is a little longer, I think, and in the winter months. But anyways, shadow, I think I need to get into divination cards. Yes, working with water, so you can like charge water. I do this every morning because basically water that flows through pipes, it loses a lot of its chi or prana. But you can breathe and call energy in. Calling in chi is as simple as just clearing your mind, taking a nice inhale, and just draw in all the energy around you, all the life energy, the love around you into your heart, and circulate that. Then exhale, just breathe that into your water, and bring your water back to life, and then drink it. Also a great time for clearing. It's Scorpio, it's death. So what do we want to die in our lives? Do sacred baths also. You can do the same thing. Charge your bath water with your intentions, and then go in, and the intention should be to clear all disease, all shadow aspects. Again, we want to clear the unhealthy patterns, the shadows themselves. We want to embrace We don't want to create more duality by clearing our shadows. It's part of who we are. We want to embrace that, but clear the unhealthy patterns that having distance or having separation between us and our own shadow aspects has caused in our lives. Hopefully that's a little bit more clear. Epsom salt is good, or you can use sea salt also. Kosher salt is good. In some tradition, I think it's Santeria or Yoruban traditions, use vinegar and salt, and the thing is, you have an acid and an alkaline together, so it kind of creates a little dipole that makes the effect of clearing energies off of your body and energy fields even stronger. So sacred baths, if you don't have a bathtub, you can kind of into your mind kind of bless the shower and the shower water also. It's still a rinse, it's still water, it'll still work for you. And that basically, so let's do, what divination cards do I have with me? Well, we have Kyle Gray, Angels and Ancestors. We'll do that one first. We'll pull a card from here. Mikhail saying sounds delicious. What salt and vinegar? Yum yum. Down the hatch. All right. This card, if my dry fingers can grab this card, that is. Oh, slipping and sliding. Just like people would think that snake skins are slimy. No, they're bone dry. They're about as dry as it can be. Lord, take charge with authority. We've gotten Lord before. Be the Lord of be your own Lord. The master of your own vehicle, of your own being. It's interesting because we might as well add a little bit of divine masculine, since this is such a very strong divine feminine energy. We were talking about Scorpio and the serpents and all that kind of stuff. So take charge with authority, basically, is the message. And looks like he has stags. Looks like he's got 4 different totem animals with him. I can't identify what they are though. Or is it just 2? I don't know if that's a horse or if they're both horses. They're both the same. I mean, this is where Doreen comes in. Yes, it's the Emperor card in the tarot. Thank you. So there you have it. Lord of your own manor. Thank you, Laura. And Lord card is Emperor card in tarot. Thank you, Doreen, for that also. So there you have it. So the Emperor's is Mars ruled. It's Mars energy, warriorship, basically spiritual warriorship. Scorpio is a very warriorship kind of a sign also. So we have a lot of Mars energy working with this. So choose your battles wisely. Warriors are advocates of peace always. We want to be impeccable with our words and actions. We want to have honor. We want to be able to protect ourselves and those we love if we need to. But that's basically, it's an attitude of not being a victim, but rather being a warrior. Being a warrior is an attitude of being a warrior, right? But I think you get the idea with that. Rather than being a victim, we take responsibility for everything, right or wrong, in our world. I don't care who did what to me, who caused what's going on out in the deep state. If you're a warrior, you recognize that you're responsible for your own reality, for your own domain. And it's your job to change your frequency in order to change that domain to the best of your ability. We're about one, one atom in a whole collective of energies. We can't necessarily help what other people are creating that affects us, but we sure can control how we react to it. And that's the key right there. That's where spiritual warriorship comes in. We're not victims, but rather we are creators of our own destiny and our own reality. So there's that. And let's do our frequency for the month also. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that Children's School of Yoga. I appreciate you. So let me again. Here we go. So we got number 35, perception. And I'll show this to you in a minute. But the message is the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. And that's basically that. So that's really kind of in a way very beneficial for to doing shadow integration work, and supports the message I was talking about, warriorship. So again, supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take good hard deep look at it. So that's the message. And if you want to get your vibrational message from this, I know the screen's a little bit fuzzy today, but you can still, maybe if I hold it back now, it doesn't matter. But you can kind of get the energy. So you kind of gaze in the middle, kind of absorb the sacred geometry, breathe that in. You allow it to be in your cells and your atoms within you, and that'll help support that. Yes. And that's basically let's do an angel card too, or another angel card. We did angels and ancestors, but which one? I've got this one nearby, so let me do that. And we got Yvonne. Is Yvonne in? Oh, this is about the animals, right? You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. I was talking about cats, cats during tarot time for those of you that were in, and I just like every day I have to watch the videos with the people that have the I forgot what those big cats from Africa are called that the people have pets for, but they also have videos of cheetahs and leopards and jaguars and panthers. And I'll tell you, when they get used to humans, whether the cat is big or small, a kitty's still a kitty. They still want their neck scratched. They still want to stretch and they want to lick and then they purr, no matter how big they are. And going back into extraterrestrial stuff, the Mayan people, the felines are of Vega, right? Who's in Lakeside? Laura may know more about this than me, but I believe it's Vega in the Lyran constellation. And I've always had an affinity with cats, and I've always been, even as a young child, I drove my parents crazy talking about people that are lions but have human bodies and all that kind of crazy stuff. So, anyways, yeah. So, by the way, as soon as I get off and this comes through a video, I'll at the very top of the pinned comment, I'll let you know when the sound comes on, so that way you don't have to like suffer in silence. You'll literally and figuratively just see my mouth moving until I figure out that I actually accidentally muted myself somehow. Either that or spirit did that. one way to keep me quiet, right? Okay. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Stephanie. So yeah, you guys they came through. Yeah, there we go. We'll have to. A cat is a cat is a cat, and that's the bottom line. Yes. All right. I love you guys. Tomorrow night at 7, we're gonna do the transmission for the new moon, and Heather I Star is gonna do her very powerful healing transmission. And I don't know exactly what they're gonna have me do. I'm sure it's gonna be something around transmutation, because that's the energy of this new moon. Transmutation, alchemy, transformation, and all that stuff. So that's what it's going to be, unless the master teachers have a different idea. So anyway, that's what that is. Oh, that's beautiful. So you're 16-year-old. Well, 11-year-old. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. Good. I mean, not everybody's a fan of cats, but I've always loved cats. I mean, I love dogs too, but I'm a cat person. All right. So that's that. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. I love you, and we shall see you at the next video. Good night.